Algebra 2 kids, this is Dr. Callahan with week 9 Tuesday. How are you guys doing? I hope you're having a wonderful day. So go ahead and pause the video and answer the following 3 questions for your warm-up log. All right, you guys, so looking at this, what did we guys do last class? You guys did have a sub and you were supposed to watch the video, so hopefully you guys went ahead and did that. But we kind of ended up with solving equations and just basically finishing up your last part of your guided notes and whatnot. And so you should have the entire packet from rational functions or expressions to be turned in today, and I'll give you guys a brand new one. So our new topic is going to be on radical to the nth root and rational expressions. This is now week 9, and so if you guys take a look at your YouTube channel to see how many videos you guys have, if you miss any of the classes, you can watch the video so that way you can make things up. There are 37 videos right there, so that's what you should have done on Friday, or excuse me, Monday, and you have that right there. I'm not sure what this is there, so let's go ahead and remove that from my, there we go. So week 9 Monday, Algebra 2 semester 2, this is what you should have. It was 15 minutes and you should have watched that. If you didn't, keep in mind that even when I'm not here, you are given 10 points every day for your effort when it comes to that. And for those of you guys on Zoom, this is what you should have been, week 9 Monday. So everything that we've done so far, you should have access to all of the videos. All right, so in addition to that, this is kind of the new skill that you guys have. There are 6 of them. Take a moment and then look at the 6 different skills that we will be going over. So in class right now, just looking at this, give yourself a self rating. 0 means you have no idea, 1, 2, or 3, and look at the following 6 skills, and you just need to fill out this part that I'm highlighting in orange right now with 0, 1, 2, or 3, because you guys haven't really done any of this yet, but I want to give you guys an option to look at the pre-rating and see where you guys fall into with that. Move on. All right, you guys, so this is our first day. So today is the 1st of March, and we're going to look at using plus and minus and absolute values in the nth root, radical, and rational expressions. This is your calendar for the remaining of the unit. You have this week, next week. This week is week 9. Next week is going to be week 10, and then you guys have spring break for 2 weeks, and then after spring break is 11, 12, and 13, and we will finish that right around week 13 Friday. Okay, so this is kind of like the breakdown of what we're going to be heading towards. All right, so week 9 Tuesday, it's our new section. Make sure you guys have your brand new guided notes, and you also need to have a calculator. So if you don't have a calculator, just grab another one next to yourself or on a different desk, and we're going to get started with the first one right here. All right, so nth root, radical, rational expressions, or exponent. So simplify. If you take a look at this one right here, what you're going to do is, remember, you want to have a perfect square root. Perfect squares are like 4, 9, 16, 25, 36, 49, etc., so on and so forth. If you're like, why are they called perfect square roots? It's because the square root of 4 is 2, square root of 9 is 3, square root of 16 is 4. So you want to include a perfect square in the factor of 12. So if I were to break this down, I could say 4 times square root of 3. Is one of them a perfect square? I think so. I think the 4 is. So I will just write that 4 as 2 square root 3. And that is my simplified format, okay? Now take a look at the 75. So what times what give me 75? But maybe I can include either a 4, 9, 16, 25, 36, or 49 in there. Which of those numbers that I just circled in orange is a factor that will give me 75? So think about that. Okay, so one that I will probably think about is like square root of 25 times the square root of 3, perhaps. And so you know your square root of 25 is just 5. So your simplified answer is just 5 square root 3. All right, now let's go ahead and do some exploration, okay, to fill out the rest of this. So the first one's already given to you right here, a to the 4th power. Now, I want you guys to go ahead and fill out the rest of these, which is not necessarily difficult, but fill out the part that I have right here highlighted in yellow first. So go ahead and give that a try. All right, so you should be completed with this. And what you should have here is you should have 2 times 2 times 2 3 times, which is 8, 2 times 2, which is 4, just 2. And then anything to the 0 power is not 0, it's just 1, okay? And then we're gonna take a look at the bottom of this. Now we're gonna talk about the negative exponents, okay? So we have 2 to the negative 1. What that gives you is that you're gonna have 1 over 2, which is just 0.5, okay? Then you have 2 to the negative 2, which is just going to be 1 over 2 times 1 over 2, which is going to be 1 over 4, because 2 times 2 is 4. If you put it into decimals, it's 0.25. And then you kind of see the pattern. It's just 1 over 2 times 1 over 2. Oops. I should actually write it this way. If I were to flip the negative, I'll have 1 over 2 to the 3rd power. So it's 1 over 2 times 1 over 2 times 1 over 2, which is 1 over 8. And then 1 over 2 to the positive 4 power, which is 1/2 times 1/2 times 1/2 times 1/2, 4 times, which is 1 over 16. All right, let's go on to the next part, you guys. All right, so evaluate using your calculator. So make sure you guys have a calculator so you're able to use it. Okay, so evaluate using your calculator. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about the statements written in like this. Okay, so write a statement about the exponent 1 over 2, what it represents. So when you have a square root, this is what it represents, and you want to write this down. Okay, on top, the square root, there's just magically a 2 right there. That is the root. Okay. And then inside that root, this number is a 1. That is the power, okay? And so when you write it like this, it's always going to be whatever's inside there, 1 over 2, which is the power over the root. And then we turned our old packet in, so make sure you have your old packet turned in, okay? All right, so looking at this right here, let's evaluate this. So I'm going to do 3 to the 1 over 2 power. So another way of writing this, you guys, is just square root 36. Which, if you have your calculator, it's going to give you a 6, right? And if you don't believe me, let's grab our calculator. So mine's right over here. I'm going to share that with you guys. So here's my calculator. I'm going to turn it on right here. If you do the second and then the square root button, which is right there, you type in 36, you hit enter, it's going to give you 6. Now, is that the same thing as saying 36 to the 1/2 power? If you type in 36 right there, you have like a little caret. It looks like a little caret button, like with a little triangle without the base. I call it a caret. I don't know why. If you push on that, you do 1 divided by 2. You see how this looks just the same as your original equation. You hit enter, it still gives you 6. So naturally, you know that both of them are exactly the same. Okay. So now what I want you guys to do is go ahead and take a moment and fill out the rest out. That is highlighted right here in yellow. So go ahead and take a moment and do that.